Winter arrives not just as a season, but as an opportunity, a yearly invitation to enter the forge. While most see the growing darkness and cold as a time for retreat and hibernation, a small few see it for what it truly is, a training ground. The legendary swordsman Miyamoto Musashi would withdraw to mountain caves to refine his art, understanding that isolation and hardship were the raw materials of mastery. The Hagakure, the Book of the Samurai, teaches that the way of the samurai is found in death. This isn't about physical death, but the death of the self that constantly seeks comfort, ease, and distraction. This is the principle behind the winter arc, a deliberate choice to embrace the season, isi hardship, to use its quiet solitude to forge a fundamentally different person by spring. While others drift, you will build. While they hibernate, you will accelerate. So how does this begin? It begins with what I call a winter arc. This is the conscious decision to use the natural reduction in social activity to move in the opposite direction of the crowd. While others pause, you accelerate. The first rule of the winter arc is disciplined invisibility. This doesn't mean cutting off meaningful relationships. It means withdrawing from low-value social gatherings, from time-killing conversations, from the endless scroll of distractions. It's about reclaiming your most precious resources, your attention and your energy. You become invisible not to hide, but to build in private so that your results can be seen in public when the time is right. Psychology research is clear. Your environment shapes your behavior far more than your willpower ever will. Trying to change while keeping the same rooms, the same routines, and the same social patterns is like trying to swim upstream. It creates constant friction. A true winter arc requires changing the environment itself. The system begins with the most fundamental change, rising before the dawn. Just as the samurai did, these early hours are a sanctuary. They are quiet, free of the world's demands. Research links this habit to greater discipline, productivity, and life satisfaction. The key here is absolute non-negotiation. The alarm sounds, the body moves. No pause for consideration. The Hagakure advises that important matters should be handled swiftly without overthinking. Your waking is the first important matter of the day. Next, we attack the mind's addiction to comfort. We do this with cold exposure, a modern form of the purification ritual known as misogi. Standing under a stream of cold water, even for a minute, is a daily victory over the impulse to choose ease. It's a deliberate act of choosing a harder path. Scientifically, we know cold exposure boosts norepinephrine, which improves your mood and alertness. You don't need to be Wim Hof. The entry point is simple: a daily cold shower for the 90 days of your winter arc. You are teaching your body and mind, on a primal level, that you are in control. From there, we move to warrior meditation. Forget passive, eyes-closed practice. Warrior meditation combines discomfort with focus. Assume a plank position and hold it for 2 to 5 minutes. Focus only on your breath. The real practice begins when your muscles start to burn and your mind screams to stop. This mirrors the samurai practice of seiza, sitting in a formal posture for long periods, learning to endure discomfort without complaint. Research shows that just 8 weeks of meditation can reduce stress and improve memory. This practice forges mental resilience under physical duress. The fourth pillar is physical training, or what the samurai called tanren, forging the body like a blade. A daily commitment of 30 to 45 minutes, push-ups, squats, running, a structured workout is non-negotiable. Winter's slower metabolism, often seen as a disadvantage, can actually be an asset for building muscle when paired with proper training and nutrition. To make this real, take a photo on day 1. On day 90, take another. This converts intangible effort into undeniable, visible proof of your transformation. Of course, rising early is impossible without disciplined sleep. The samurai way was to follow the rhythms of natural light. Sleep with the darkness, rise before the dawn. The modern equivalent is shutting down your devices late at night. The blue light overstimulates the brain and sabotages sleep. Replace late-night scrolling with reading a physical book under a small dim light. The subject of the book is less important than the act itself. Reading builds the muscle of concentration. In the same way, running builds stamina. Finally, all this energy needs a direction. We use the 90-day super goal system, inspired by the samurai concept of single-minded focus. Choose one and only one super goal for your winter arc. It could be passing a critical exam, mastering a new skill, or transforming your body. Break this down into 3 major milestones and then into 12 weekly targets. Musashi warned against having a favorite weapon, meaning you shouldn't scatter your attention. Modern research confirms this, showing that multitasking temporarily lowers your effective intelligence. Instead, dedicate 2 to 3 hour blocks of deep work to your super goal. Phone away, notifications off. Let your brain operate at its full, uninterrupted capacity. This is not a list of random life hacks. This is an integrated system, a philosophy. Early rising creates the time. Cold exposure builds toughness. Warrior meditation trains focus under stress. Physical training forges the body. Reading improves sleep and concentration. And the super goal system provides a single point of direction for all that energy. Practiced consistently over the 90 days of winter, this entire process becomes Shugyo, intense, transformative training that reshapes not just your habits but your character, so that by the time spring arrives, while others are just waking up from their slumber, you will emerge fundamentally, measurably, and visibly different. The winter was not your rest, it was your forge. Now go and begin.